Hi, friends. So, in response to the surveys that you all filled out for week one, and again, if you haven't done that, um, that's okay. You can go ahead and do that. I'm still accepting lead assignments at this point. But as of this Friday, I will no longer accept anything before week 4. So, if you haven't done your past assignments, you need to get those in. So when I was a kid and I was your all's age in elementary school, there were certain classrooms that would make this little gallon man guy. And he had the gallons, the quarts, the pints, and the cups. And I thought he was the coolest thing to ever make. And I was like, gosh, I wish I could do something like that in music class. Now, I know some of my fourth and fifth and third graders have done this, but I don't think my second graders have. But I just would always see these, and they were these cool mans, and people could do them in different colors, and they were just really neat way to learn about measurements, which is important. So this summer, somebody told me about Noteman. Let's see if I can get in there. Give me just a second. All right, here we go. This is Noteman, and as you can see, he's made of notes. Now, he is not like Gallon Man. He's a little bit different, okay? So let's get started on learning about Noteman, okay? So let me move my head down a little bit. So let's start with the song. There was a man made from notes. Noteman was his name. Oh, N-O-T-E man, N-O-T-E man, N-O-T-E man. Noteman was his name. Oh. And you're like, some of you are probably thinking, Miss Pyers, this is lame. If you want to learn the musical notes, this is the best way to do it. This will get you in there in a very simple way. So let's sing it together. There was a man made from notes, and Noteman was his name. Oh, N-O-T-E man, N-O-T-E man, N-O-T-E man, and Noteman was his name. Oh. So let's go to our next slide. So we're going to draw Noteman. Okay, so you're going to need to grab the following supplies. Something to write with, pen, pencil, crayon, it doesn't matter. A piece of paper, it can be lined or it can be like some fancy art paper or construction paper, it doesn't matter. Not scrap, what I kind of call scrap paper. You will be drawing your music man on this piece of paper. Let me fix that. That is not written really well, and I want to make sure that that makes sense. Not scrap. Scarp. I don't know what I wrote there. Let's fix that. It's okay to make mistakes. See, I made a mistake in this video, but I'm fixing it now. You will be drawing your music man on this paper. Here we go. All right, let's back to presenting. And an instrument. This can be a can from a kitchen to pencils. Now, I had some kids that went and grabbed some stuff out of their kitchen in the past, and they got in trouble. So if you decide to grab some utensils like this, make sure you ask your mom or dad first, okay? If you have a drum or anything in your home, that's fine. Do not get recorders or whistles or if you have a band instrument at home, that's not okay, okay? So go ahead and get those. Pause this video. If you've already got them right there, go ahead and continue on. Now, so the first note we're going to learn about is the whole note. And the whole note gets 4 beats. Count them. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could count that one of 2 ways. You can count it 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could count it ta. Whatever makes it easier for you. Okay? Because some people it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that's easy. Other people, ta. Now, when I play a whole note, if I'm playing it on an instrument like a drum, this is how I play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hit it 1 time. Okay, now this drum, if I hit it, the sound goes away pretty quickly. But for the music to be right, I need to hold it for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I was playing a recorder, okay, here's how I would play that. So if I'm playing a brass or a woodwind instrument, I would need to hold that for 4 beats. But it's just one sound. I'm not doing this. That's something different, isn't it? whole note kind of looks like an oval, and we'll go into that a little bit more. So let me get my face out of the picture. There was a man made from notes, and Noteman was his name. Oh, whole note, last 4 beats, ta. Whole note, last 4 beats, and it creates his body. Okay, now you are going to sing that with me. Here we go. Let me get a drum. Let's get some rhythm here. So I brought this piano home from school because my piano's over there, and it's kind of hard to have everything and still function. So I was going to have my little piano, but it doesn't work. So I'm working on getting a chord. But for now, we'll do our drum. There was a man made from notes, and Noteman was his name. Oh, whole note, last 4 beats, ta. Whole note, last 4 beats, and it creates his body. Okay. So when you draw your whole note on your sheet of paper, now remember, this is his body, so draw it in the middle. It's oval shaped, not a circle, so do your best to make it look oval shaped. I get that. It's hard to draw an oval. Oval's not easy to draw. Remember, put your name at the top of the paper, so when you turn them in, I know whose name it is, or I know whose it is. Okay. So I want you to grab your piece of paper. Okay. And I want you to draw your whole note. Remember, you're going to kind of draw that in the middle of the paper. Don't draw it too close to the top or too close to the bottom. All right, so let's see here. Oh, I'm missing a pen. Oh, here we go. I'll do green because I like green. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is put my name at the top, Mrs. Powers. All right, you should do that too. And then draw your oval. So I know it can be kind of hard to see, but I did draw him right there. I don't know if you can see that on the screen or not from the reflection. Okay, moving on. Excuse me. Now, we're going to practice playing whole notes, okay? So, hey, we're getting to some real music, all right? So remember, you can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can go ta, whatever works easier for you. Excuse me. All right, let me get my drum. Now I'm going to play this through the first time. All right, I don't want you to get your instrument. In fact, I'm going to put my instrument up. Let's do it this way. Watch me. Ta, 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 ta. It's not a very exciting piece, but when we're first learning notes, the music isn't that exciting. Once we start learning and using them, it does get more exciting, I promise. Okay, so I want you to clap that with me. We're gonna clap 5 times. All right, here we go. Ready, 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. And that's it. All right, go grab your instrument real quick. Now here's what we're gonna do with the instrument. Now it's really important to be a good musician, that you count out loud, okay? Every musician in the world counts. I don't care if they do it with their mouth or in their head with their thinking voice. Every musician counts, I promise you. I've been a musician longer than you all have been alive. I started playing piano when I was 5 years old, so I've been a musician for 36 years old. Guess what? I still count stuff out in my head because I'm a good musician, and that's what good musicians do. So here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, now I want you to follow along. I'm going to get my little pointer here. Now I'm not going to clap. You're going to clap. Here we go. Ta, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta. So you just keep moving, okay? All right, let's move along. Now, let's talk about the half note. I'm going to disappear for a second. Hopefully this will work. All right, here we go. Let's watch about the half note.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Today we will be learning about the half note. It looks like a circle with a line and receives a value of 2 beats. You ain't nothing but a half note, a circle and line. Your value is 2. You ain't nothing but a half note. Your value is 2. Well, you're half of a whole half of 4, that equals 2. You ain't nothing but a half note, a circle and a line. You ain't nothing but a half note, a circle and a line. Now that I know about you, I know I'm gonna be just fine. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I thought that was a cute little video that really just kind of was not me talking the whole time, but just something that really displayed what a half note is. Okay, so half notes can be 2 letters when drawn. When drawing a half note, you can only draw it 2 ways. You can draw it to where it looks like a D or it looks like a P. Okay, so remember, D or P. Okay, so your line can either be going up like a D or down. That is the right way. Okay, now never draw half notes looking like a B. This is the B, or kind of like a bad Q. Not sure what else that would be. Don't ever draw half notes like this, okay? And a lot of times, unfortunately, in the real world, bring my head back over. In the real world, I'm in a music ed group that's full of music teachers, and we'll post stuff we see in the real world. And we're like, this is bad. This is not a good thing. This is bad music. And in fact, my first year teaching, so this is my 3rd year teaching, so my first year, I was at, I can't remember what high school it was, but I was at a basketball game. I think it was for Price, not Okolona, but I've been to both basketball games. Yeah, it was for Price. And they had painted in their gym music notes, and they were facing the wrong way. It was embarrassing because paint's kind of permanent. And in fact, if I remember right, let me go over here. While I'm filming this, I just thought of this. Nope, it's right. So I collect Barbie dolls. Okay. So this is my Barbie doll. So this is music teacher Barbie doll. And I thought somebody posted that there was a wrong note on here or something. But I'm not seeing anything. I'll take a look a little bit closer. There was something wrong on it. Nope. So correct. But people post stuff all the time where it's wrong. So, and in fact, I'd give extra credit if you all found something out in the real world where the notes were wrong. So remember, never draw it like a B or a bad Q, only D and P. I'm trying to think of a way that'd be easy to remember that, guys. Dog, ponies. Only draw half notes like dogs and ponies. D for dog, P for pony. That may be kind of silly, but that's just what I think of. All right. Now, my head's going to disappear for a second. Whoop. There was a man made from notes, and Noteman was his name. Oh, whole note, last 4 beats, ta, whole note, last 4 beats, and it creates his body. So we've already learned that. Let's do the half note. All right, I'm going to do it for the first time. There was a man made from notes, and Noteman was his name. Oh, half note, last 2 beats, ta, ta, half note, last 2 beats, and it creates his head. So this ta, that would be 2 half notes. So here we go. There was a man made from notes, and Noteman was his name. Oh, half note, last 2 beats, half note, last 2 beats, half note, last 2 beats, and it creates his head. All right. So we're drawing our P half note on here. And that kind of makes it look like an oval, but you can just draw it like a circle. That's fine. Okay. And I drew mine. You should draw yours. Be very careful. I don't know if you all can see this through the film, but I did draw mine. And I did it on my monitor thing, so it has a little ripple in it. Okay, so that's Noteman. So we've got our whole note and our half note. And these are not normally connected together. You will never see this in music, but it's just a fun way for us to learn musical notes. Okay, moving on. Now let's practice our half notes. Now, some of you may be wondering, well, why is it sometimes a P and why is it sometimes a D? I don't understand. Well, here's why. In my class, you should have learned that there's 5 notes on the musical staff. And notes go all over the place depending on what note you're playing. If you're playing high notes, they'd be higher on the staff. Low notes would be lower on the staff. And we'll learn more about that as the year progresses, especially if we stay in NTI. So if the notes are higher on the staff, this little stem part right here is going to go down. If they're lower, they're going to go up. It's not really important for you to know that right now in elementary school, but I do want to make sure that you are aware of it. So if I was going to do half notes, here's how I would do it. So if you don't have an instrument, you can use your body too. I forgot to mention that. People do body percussion. All right, so I'm going to clap the half notes. Ta, 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 ta. I could also do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you may have noticed that I started counting to 4. Each of these bars indicates where a measure is, and that's kind of a unit in music, okay? But those half notes only get 2 beats. Okay, let's clap it with our instruments. All right, here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Pretty easy, right? You're like, Miss Powers, this is easy. Well, it is easy until I start mixing them up. Let's review some more. All right, my head's go over here. All right, so I've got half notes and whole notes in here. So let me play this for you. I'm going to play the first one. Ta, ha, ta, ha, ta, ha, ta, ta, ta. Now, it's kind of annoying hearing Miss Powers saying ta, ha. So I'm going to clap it so you can hear what it sounds like without me saying those ta-ahs, but you should say them in your thinking voice, your head. It's very important that you count in your head or out loud, preferably out loud. Okay, now I'm going to play with the drum. Your turn. All right, I'm going to clap it, and you play it either on the instruments or you clap it. Here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, let's do the second one. All right, I'm going to clap it, and you watch. Here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Now, you may notice that I'm kind of tying to a rhythm. You don't have to do that, okay? And it's probably good that you don't, okay? I'm just doing that to help us learn our song. So clap with me. Here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, now let's do it from the beginning with your instruments. Here we go. I'm so sorry, I wasn't ready. Final time. Here we go. Ta, that. Sorry, guys. Ta, 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 ta. Mess that up. That last one. Did y'all catch this? Let's do this last part again. I messed that up. Ta, ta. Hope you did that right. See who caught me on that. Now, Let's review. Whole note is worth 4 beats of music. That doesn't mean you hit it 4 times. That means you hold it for 4 beats, okay? So if I'm singing a song, the end, so I'd hold that for 4 beats. A half note is worth 2 beats of music. So, and. Oh, the whole note is drawn like an oval. The half note is drawn with a circle that is not filled in and a stick on the side. A half note can be drawn as a P or a D, think pony or dog, but never anything else. Remember, you only clap once for each note, even if it's held for more than 1 beat. Now, I want you to put your Noteman papers in a safe place because we're going to be using these this week, next week, maybe the week after, okay? And I want you to hold on to them. If you were to lose it, it's not that big a deal. You can just draw it over, okay? Now, your assignment this week is to attend my virtual meeting or watch this video. Remember, if you came to the meeting, you do not have to watch the video, okay? Hold on to your music, man, girl, okay, for the next couple weeks. We will be using him or her. Doesn't have to be a boy. And remember to do your best. This is the hard part of music. I'm going to bring my face back over, okay? This is the hard part of music. This part unlocks how to do everything. Play instruments, sing, DJ, and music technology. So anything you want to learn how to do in music, this is the key to everything. I miss you guys. I wish we were in person. Wish we were singing. I've learned some new things with some of the barred instruments in our room, and I wish we could get to it. So your assignment, you will go and fill out the form. It's only got 2 questions this week since you drew our Notemans. Can't wait to see you all again. Bye, guys.